Niners or the Browns, they're doing battle in Cleveland on Sunday. I'm assigning Bryan Leonard to the game for this one. What an epic battle. Hey, everybody, I'm Scott. He's Bryan. Welcome to WagerTalk TV. Bryan, before we jump into the actual handicapping and wagering possibilities on this game, you're looking at the total, by the way, in this one. Johnny Manziel is, of course, expected to start this week for the Browns. But Mike Pettin basically has said that Manziel is on a short leash now. And I wanted to read this quote. I saw this quote. Here's what he had to say about Johnny Manziel. It's hard to say we have a zero tolerance policy. If something were to occur, I'd imagine the repercussions would be harsh. Can you imagine someone like Manziel getting away with this with an organization like the New England Patriots? The fact that he still hasn't really suffered more than a slap on the wrist just blows me away from your hometown NFL team.
Well, the sad part is they have nobody else to go to, and I think that's what's doing it. If you're a coach of a little league team and your star player, pulls this stuff, and you've got other players that are good, you can bench him. But when he's the only good player you have on the team, I mean, who are they going to put at quarterback at this point? So they don't have anybody else to do. Cleveland, the fans want Manziel. I think this is a huge test for Manziel these last 4 games. Obviously, the Browns don't want him. The Browns are trying to get him out there and let him play, and hopefully they can get something in a trade. But the Cleveland fans want him. So when it's similar to that movie, was it Draft Picks, or it was just out a couple years ago about the draft. Anyway,
I know what you're talking
the Browns.
about. Yeah. Okay.
Draft day or something. The fans in Seattle wanted that guy. The coaching staff did not want him, and it's a similar situation. It's just like it was just played out in the movies.
Well, I got to tell you what, we'll get to the game. And it's funny because I'm sitting there watching this team, this organization week after week, and they say things like Mike Pettin's on the hot seat. Well, for what? He's not doing anything different than what's happened in Cleveland since they regained an NFL organization. Let's get to the game for a second. The one good thing about Manziel is that he does obviously scramble out of trouble. He also is able to throw the long ball without having to have his feet set. And against this type of defense, that could certainly come into play more than a couple of times in this contest. He can move out of the pocket. He can throw 40, 50 yards downfield accurately on the run.
If I'm Johnny Manziel, and even though he's making a lot of money, thank God I'm not, if I'm down to my last 4 games, possibly playing in the NFL, I'm going to do it my way. And his way is to scramble, get out in the open, get away, find a guy, broken plays, that kind of thing. And that's how you score points when you've got a bad offensive team. The Browns and San Francisco are bad offensive teams, which is why this total's sitting at 41. Neither team is a very good defensive team. San Francisco's okay. Cleveland's not good. So I expect Johnny Manziel to get out there, and he's gonna wing it. He's gonna go back to his Texas A&M days, regardless if that's what the coaching staff wants. He's going to get out there and give the fans what they want to make it so the fans will force Cleveland to start him in the last 3 games and possibly be the starting quarterback next year.
And at this point of the season, with nothing to play for as far as from a team perspective, I think he's wise in doing just that. I really do. You look at both teams, you mentioned the offenses are not good. The defenses are bad on both teams. They both allow around 400 yards per game of total offense. And a lot of times you'll see when those teams match up, you'll see an adjusted total that is maybe a couple of points higher than they're used to playing. But I went back and looked, and we know San Francisco's on this nice overrun on the road. We know that Cleveland's on a nice overrun at home. They're both about 5-1 or 6-1 to the over in this situation. But the total's not out of line at 41.
No.
9 of the last 10 Cleveland games have had a higher total than the one we have for this game. And the same goes for San Francisco. It's not quite 9-1, but it's close. So it's a situation where you're not having to worry about the books making that adjustment because of public perception. So let's make this official. Let's get your play on this total and also what you got going this weekend.
Yeah, I love this total in this game. And you take a look at the 49ers the last 3 weeks. They played Arizona. They went on the road to Seattle, on the road to Chicago. Arizona and Seattle, great defenses. Chicago, decent defense. Take a look at what Gabbert did in those 3 games. 65 for 102, 778 yards, 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Played 2 of the best defenses in the NFL, and the Chicago Bears threw 1 interception. The 49ers are last in the league in scoring and yardage. We talked about that, but they've improved noticeably behind Gabbert. And Scott talked about the defense for the Cleveland Browns. The last 5 weeks, Cleveland's allowed 37, 33, 30, 31 to 34 points. We know San Francisco is going to put some points up on this board. This is also a great teaser opportunity if you like San Francisco getting over 7. But we like this game to go over 41 points. It's just a situation where 2 bad teams at the end of the year, you see this all the time. These guys go go crazy at the end of the year. We saw it last week with Tennessee and Jacksonville.
Sure.
We see it all the time. And this Cleveland team, take a look at the defenses that San Francisco's played as of late. This is a situation where I think both offenses do very well. It's coming up on bowl season. We've got a lot of games. We'd like to put up our plays as early as possible. We want to get as many out there as possible. Join us for the weekend package. We're going to start putting up the bowl games later on for later on. We're going to get the good numbers now, so you get those also when you join us for this weekend. We've got a great weekend of football. Hope you join us on that.
Weekend all-access packages at WagerTalk.com. Just $69 gets it. Great stuff from Bryan. He's on the over between the Niners and the Browns. I know I won't be there. He's Bryan. I'm Scott. More to come. Stick around.